Welcome to the garden after dark, brought to you by inflation,
Product of our corporate overlords.
Tonight I want to talk to you about how to get strong little seedlings. Last week we started over 40 different types of seeds. You can see most of them have come up and some of them are even ready to plant out. They're looking very strong. None of my foxgloves have come up, so the first thing I'm going to do is try new seeds. This is my old packet that I've tried, but I've got a couple of new ones. Now this is really important, especially if your seeds are small. Small seeds have a much shorter shelf life. They lose vitality super quick. So these are your foxglove seeds, and they are absolutely minuscule. They are so small. That little tiny bit on my finger has probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If that's 8, then I have about 30. I have about 30 on that little piece right there. It's crazy. So trying new seeds is the first thing I would do. Now, if you are getting some germination from the seeds, maybe like 10%, only like 1 or 2 seeds came up, you can try multi-sowing, so putting a bunch of seeds down and hoping that you get at least one good seed in it. But for my time, I think it's just better to get a new packet, get some new seeds started. Incorrect watering is the next most common reason your seedlings are not doing well. You're probably giving them too much water. What you're going for is like if you had a washcloth or a sponge and you got it saturated and then you run it out and there's still some moisture there, it's still pliable, still movable, that is the right level of moisture for your seeds as well. The easiest way to do this is you're gonna take out one of the inserts, put water in the bottom of the tray. I usually put about a ½ inch in. Wait about 30 minutes, it'll absorb what it needs, and then you're gonna dump the rest of the water out. This will allow it to drain any excess water, but it also allows it to get a good deep drink, which will keep those roots moving down. And it keeps the top a little bit dry, which prevents fungus gnats and damping off. Now that it's properly watered, you're just gonna pick it up and see how heavy it is. That way you can get a feel for what a properly watered tray feels like. And you'll be able to just come through, touch it, and say, oh, this one needs water, that one needs water. It'll save you a lot of time. I want to ask y'all a favor. If you enjoy these videos and you find value in them, could you interact in some way? Like, comment, share. It helps me enormously with the YouTube algorithm. And my goal is by the end of this year to have 10,000 subscribers. Right now we have a little over 1,000, which is great, but I need about 10,000 at my current watch rate to be able to monetize and have YouTube pay me for all the effort I put into these. I appreciate you guys. Once your seedlings come up, they're gonna be reaching for the light. This is way too far away. You want this light to be no more than 2 or 3 inches from the top of your tallest plant. So these need to come down significantly. I use chains and little S-hooks to make adjusting the height of the light much easier. This means when the plants are young, I can drop it all the way down, but as they grow, I can lift it up to any level that's needed. These are just shop lights from Sam's Club because that was what the budget was. These are 5,000 lumens for 4 feet. Now, since they're so close, right now, that calculates to about 1,250 lumens per square foot. The sun has 10,000 lumens per square foot. You want to have your lights on somewhere between 14 and 16 hours a day. And then my secret trick, a fan. So if I put a fan on these, it's going to create wind, and that's really going to strengthen the seedlings. In nature, when wind moves the plant, it makes stronger roots and it thickens the stem. So if you have really spindly starts, definitely try putting a fan on them. Now, you may have to start over if they're really leggy and you didn't give them enough light. Plants never recover from that. If they don't have enough light when they start, they don't recover. Sometimes it's better to just start over while you can. The fan is going to stay on 24/7. The entire time your plants are in here, you're going to be giving them a good breeze. As soon as the weather warms up enough, I bring my seedlings outside. Nothing can compare to actually putting them in Mother Nature. For me, my rule of thumb is most seedlings can go out if the nighttime temperatures are above 40. Any really warm season plants like tomatoes and peppers, I wait till nighttime temperatures are above 50, or I put them in a cold frame, a hoop house, something to protect them. Remember, these plants have been under grow lights inside, which has much softer light than the sun. So if I put them in direct sun, they will burn. This little table works really well for me because it gets very good morning light. There's a big tree behind me that gives it afternoon shade, and then it gets evening light as well. So this gets really good, the softest light in the morning and the softest light in the evening. And over a few days, I move them more and more that direction, which gives them more and more full sun. After about a week, I'll be able to plant them out directly in the garden. Now, some of these are ready to go now. And how I know is we've got at least 2 true leaves and we've got roots coming out the bottom. These ones have quite long roots and they're ready to get planted out too. You want to plant them out as quickly as you can once they have those true leaves and roots, because if you don't, it actually stunts their growth permanently. If you spend too long in the tray, they never grow up to be their full potential.